Okay, what's up YouTube? This is a video about why white people let Asians live in their neighborhood. So yeah, like well, we're talking about fancy Asians, or we talking about jungle Asians, you know? Which one are we talking about? Maybe both, because they can't tell the difference. They just say China or whatever, or Asian, but they can't tell the difference, so the jungle Asian gets a free pass, and the fancy Asians, okay. Well, one thing is emotions. Like, if you're talking Asian, it's kind of like some Asians are like, to outsiders, we have no emotions or something, like Spock from Star Trek. But deep down inside, we have emotions. But I mean, we just kind of like control it good. And so that's a safe neighborhood. So we get into a safe neighborhood, and it's really safe, and there's no crime, and you gotta clean up your yard and everything. Sure, Asians decorate their yard with a lot of flowers or some kind of Buddha statue or whatever, pagoda, but still looks okay, you know. We work really hard at our yard and stuff. Also, martial arts. Sure, not all Asians know martial arts, but the ones that do are enough that it's a discipline, and it's a discipline that you don't fight unless someone else starts a fight or whatever. You don't really start fights when you have martial arts, because you took so much hard work to learn that martial arts, like years and years, a decade to learn martial arts, and you're not just gonna use it like in the ring or MMA or anything like that, or even on the street if you don't have to, because you just want to use it to defend yourself. And that's martial arts, and that's a safe way to think about defending yourself. I mean, we don't go around shooting people with a gun, so it makes a safe neighborhood, you know. I guess, sort of. I mean, the white people have a gun, so they're not scared of someone fighting them with fists or feet, and with kicks and stuff, punches, and so that's why Asians can live in a white neighborhood, which is safe. And sure, we don't fit in. We don't fit into the white neighborhood, like friends and everything. You have to make friends out of town. You have to drive far for your friends, and you have to drive far for your food and stuff like that. But you don't fit in. You don't make friends with your neighbors, but they make friends with each other, so they're outnumbering you. They're surrounding you, and they feel safe like that. That's why Asians can live in a white neighborhood. White people let people, and they don't move out all at once when more than a few Asian families move in. But because normally they would, if an immigrant family would move from, if the neighborhood turned into a bad neighborhood, all the white people would move out. But that doesn't happen in the Asian case, because Asians, you know, they got someone working and someone taking care of the house, and they got nobody messing around in the neighborhood, the community. Also the community, you know. Sure, we don't exclusively shop in white business owners shops, but we have like Asian shops, and we have white shops, and we go to both, you know. So we help out with the economy and stuff. Well, we put back some money into circulation, and sometimes the good families, they don't have debt. You know, they're afraid of credit cards, and they don't live beyond their means. And I guess that's why you can fit into a white neighborhood. Not fit in, but I mean, you could live in a white neighborhood where it's safe. But yeah, for a long time we didn't have trash service, but now we have trash service. We used to drive to the dump and do our own trash, like that. And we don't bother anybody. And that's why we can live in a white neighborhood. And when we go to schools with the white children, sure, there's differences, but they outnumber us, so I guess they feel safe when we go to their schools. And like going to their schools, you can almost like pretend to be white and fit in, and then when you get out of school, you're on your own again, and nobody talks to you. And that's what happens when you live in a white neighborhood. And school was very tough sometimes, but not in a tough way where you think you're in a bad neighborhood, but it's tough where you kind of try to fit in when you don't really fit in, you know. And also the statistics, like Asian people, they're pretty smart. Some of them go to college at a high rate. The fancy Asians anyway. The jungle Asians don't really go to college that much, but we're all mixed together with the fancy Asians. The jungle Asians kind of like get a free pass, I guess. And then we just kind of keep our head down and don't get in trouble, except for the gangsters. But I mean, the gangsters usually not a high. Like half of the young people are gangsters. Half of the jungle people, jungle Asians, are gangsters, and half of the jungle Asians are just keep their head down. But the fancy Asians, they usually go to college or whatever. And yeah, usually Asian males, they have to marry Asian females, but the jungle Asian females can marry black or whatever, white, Hispanic, I don't know. And the jungle gangster Asian males, they marry Latino, black, whatever, I don't know what. And then yeah, but most of the time there's someone from a first generation Asian family who just came over from fresh off the boat, you know. So they make good nuclear families. And that's why they fit into Asian neighborhoods. And that's pretty much it. Peace out. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.